We sailed up an empty river into a great and silent forest. It felt like we'd been cursed to wander the river, cut off from everything we'd known in our previous life. There were millions of trees lining the river like a wall. They were massive and made our boat feel like a little bug. It made me feel very small and very lost, but it wasn't depressing exactly. After all, we had to keep crawling along. But then, we'd come around and see a village. People would yell and clap and sway around. It was like prehistoric men cursing us, or praying to us, or welcoming us. We couldn't tell. We sailed past like ghosts, curious but horrified. I also had a native who manned the boiler. Looking at him was like seeing a dog in pants and feathered hat walking on his hind legs. A few months' training had turned him into a fine worker. He watched the steam gauge closely. And so we crawled towards Kurtz. I wanted to keep going, but the manager said it would be too dangerous. The trees were so still they could have been made of stone. When the sun rose, everything was covered in fog. It surrounded you like something solid. Around 8 or 9, it lifted like a shutter. Got a glimpse of the huge trees and the endless jungle. Then the shutter came down again like someone was sliding it. Then came a series of horrible shrieks that were suddenly cut short. Were they going to attack? We would be butchered in the fog. Everything seemed to dissolve into the fog. As far as we could tell, there was nothing else in the entire world. We were nowhere. Just nowhere. How long would it last? It seemed completely hopeless. It happened about 2 hours after the fog lifted. Arrows! We were being shot at. The leaves rustled and arrows flew out of them. The agents were blasting their rifles, squirting lead into the bush. There was a howling from the bush and then a roar of gunfire in my ear. With one hand I reach up and grab the cord of the steam whistle. I jerked on it repeatedly, sending out screech after screech. We heard a wail of terror, like all hope had been drained from the earth, and the shower of arrows stopped. It seemed that the whistle had scared them off. Is Kurtz still alive? It just dawned on me that all I was looking forward to, a talk with Kurtz. There was still a chance he was waiting for me, so we sailed on, deeper and deeper into the heart of darkness.